Nothing dramatic happened, no breakdown, no crisis. You just woke up one day, feeling empty, tired, and strangely numb, and you thought this was normal. Let's clear something up right away. Mental health doesn't only get worse when you hit a breaking point. Most of the time, it fades quietly. While you're still functioning, you still wake up, you still go to work, you still laugh at the right moments. So you assume you're fine. But here's the honest answer to the question this video is about. Yes, your mental health can be getting worse. Even if your life looks normal from the outside, and the problem is this. When the signs are subtle, we ignore them. We call it stress. We call it adulthood. We tell ourselves to push harder. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 everyday signs that often appear before things fall apart. Not to label you, not to diagnose you, but to help you notice the signals early while you still have room to change direction. If some of these feel uncomfortably familiar, stay with me. The later signs are the ones most people miss. Sign number 1, losing interest in the little things. This one often gets dismissed. First, because it feels harmless, you're not deeply sad, you're not crying. Every night, you just feel indifferent. Things you used to enjoy don't hit the same anymore. Music plays, but it doesn't move you. Shows run in the background, but you're not really watching. Even small rewards feel flat. This isn't about boredom, it's about your mind pulling energy away to survive. When stress stays high for too long, your brain starts conserving emotional fuel. Joy becomes optional. Curiosity gets muted, not because you're lazy, but because your system is overloaded. Loss of interest is often the first protective shutdown, not a symptom of weakness. Your mind is quietly saying, I can't afford excitement right now. If this sounds familiar, notice what comes next, because this is usually where the deeper signs begin. Sign number 2, you get overwhelmed much more easily. This sign doesn't show up as panic. It shows up as pressure from things that used to feel manageable. A short to-do list suddenly feels heavy. Simple decisions drain you. You sit down to start, but your mind freezes before the first step. Overwhelm is not about having too much to do. It's about having too little mental capacity left. When your mental health starts slipping, your brain loses flexibility. Tasks don't stack logically anymore, they blur together. Everything feels urgent, even when nothing truly is. Mental overload often comes from unprocessed stress, not current responsibilities. Your brain is still carrying yesterday's pressure while trying to solve today's problems. That's why rest doesn't always fix it. Sleep helps the body, but overwhelm lives in the mind. And if this keeps happening, it rarely stays alone. The next sign often changes how you relate to people. Sign number 3, you don't feel like socializing anymore. This isn't about becoming antisocial. It's about social interaction starting to feel exhausting. You cancel plans more often. Messages sit unread longer than usual. Even people you care about begin to feel like effort. When mental health declines, connection stops feeling nourishing and starts feeling draining. Conversations require presence. Presence requires emotional energy. And when that energy runs low, your mind looks for ways to conserve it. Social withdrawal is often misunderstood as avoidance. In reality, it's frequently a form of self-protection when your inner resources are depleted. The danger is that isolation can quietly reinforce the problem. The less you connect, the heavier everything feels inside. If this pattern continues, it often spills into the most basic rhythm of your day, starting with how you sleep. Sign number 4, your sleep schedule becomes irregular. Sleep usually breaks. First, quietly you stay up later without meaning to, or you sleep longer but wake up feeling unrested. Days blur together. Because nights never fully reset you. Sleep problems are rarely about sleep. They're about a mind that can't power down. When stress lingers beneath the surface, your nervous system stays alert. Even in bed, your brain keeps scanning, reviewing, replaying, anticipating. Irregular sleep is often your body's response to emotional unpredictability, not poor discipline. Your system doesn't know when it's safe to rest. Over time, this lack of recovery compounds everything else. Focus drops, patience shortens, emotions feel heavier. And when sleep stops restoring you, a deeper exhaustion starts to settle in. Sign number 5. You feel constantly drained. This kind of exhaustion doesn't disappear after a good night's sleep. You wake up tired. You move through the day on autopilot. Even small tasks feel heavier than they should. This isn't physical tiredness. It's emotional and mental depletion. When your mind stays under pressure for too long, it stops refilling its own energy. You're not just low on motivation, you're low on internal fuel. That's why pushing harder only makes it worse. Chronic mental exhaustion often shows up when you've been holding it together for too long. Your system has been compensating quietly, and now it's reaching its limit. This state can make everything feel uphill. Decisions slow down, emotions flatten, hope feels distant, and when exhaustion becomes your baseline, anxiety often isn't far behind. Sign number 6. Your anxiety feels stronger than before. This isn't sudden panic. It's a constant edge you can't seem to step away from. You wake up tense even before the day begins. Your thoughts jump ahead to problems that haven't happened yet. Relaxation feels unfamiliar, almost unsafe. Anxiety doesn't always rise because something is wrong. Sometimes it rises because your system has been under strain for too long. When mental health declines, your brain shifts into protection mode. It scans for danger, it anticipates loss. Even neutral situations start to feel threatening. Persistent anxiety is often a signal that your nervous system no longer trusts calm. After extended stress, vigilance becomes the default setting. This is why reassurance doesn't fully help. Your mind understands the logic, but your body hasn't caught up yet. And when anxiety stays elevated, it begins to fragment your focus. Sign number 7. You feel mentally and emotionally scattered. This feels like noise inside your own head. Too many thoughts at once. Nothing stays in focus for long. You start something, drift away, then forget what you were doing. Feeling scattered isn't a focus problem, it's a stability problem. When your mental health weakens, your mind loses its internal anchor. Thoughts stop lining up. Priorities blur. It's not that you can't think, it's that everything is competing at the same time. Mental scattering often appears when you've lost a sense of inner safety. Without that center, your brain keeps switching directions, searching for control. This state is deeply uncomfortable. It creates frustration, self-blame, and quiet fear. And if it continues, your ability to concentrate starts breaking down in visible ways. Sign number 8, you can't seem to focus anymore. This shows up in small, frustrating moments. You read the same paragraph again and again. Your mind wanders mid-conversation. Tasks take longer, not because they're harder, but because your attention keeps slipping. Loss of focus isn't about discipline. It's about a mind that's carrying too much in the background. When mental health declines, cognitive energy gets divided. Part of your attention is always elsewhere, monitoring stress, replaying thoughts, staying alert. That leaves less space for what's in front of you. Difficulty. Concentrating is often a sign that your brain is prioritizing emotional survival over productivity. Focus returns only when the mind feels safe enough to stay present. This can quietly damage confidence. You start doubting your abilities. You blame yourself for slipping. And when focus weakens, impulse control often follows. Sign number 9. Your impulse control starts slipping. This one is easy to rationalize. You scroll longer than you planned. You buy things you don't really need. You binge shows, food, or distractions, telling yourself you'll stop after one more. Impulse isn't about lack of willpower. It's about your mind looking for relief. When mental health declines, your brain craves fastest comfort. Quick hits of pleasure become shortcuts away from discomfort. Not because you're careless, but because regulation takes energy you no longer have. Impulsive behavior often increases when emotional needs go unmet. Your system is trying to self-soothe without slowing down enough to feel what's wrong. At first, it feels harmless, but over time, it creates guilt, loss of control, and more inner tension. And when that tension builds, the final sign often appears, the loss of grounding. Sign number 10, you no longer feel grounded. This one is subtle but powerful. You feel disconnected from yourself. Moments pass, but you don't fully feel present in them. It's as if you're watching your life from a slight distance. Losing your sense of grounding isn't losing control. It's losing a sense of safety inside your own body. When mental health weakens over time, your system stops feeling anchored. You may feel unsteady, uncertain, or emotionally untethered, even when nothing obvious is wrong. Feeling ungrounded often appears when stress has been ignored for too long. Your mind disconnects as a way to cope when staying fully present feels overwhelming. This can create a quiet fear that's hard to explain, not panic, but a sense that you're not fully here. And when this feeling shows up, it's usually your clearest signal yet. Something inside you needs attention. When you look at all 10 signs together, a pattern becomes clear. Mental health rarely collapses overnight. It erodes gradually. First, enjoyment fades. Then, energy thins out. Sleep, focus, and connection start slipping one by one. None of these signs mean something is wrong with you. They mean your system has been under strain longer than it can comfortably handle. The danger isn't in feeling these things. The danger is normalizing them. Because when you tell yourself this is just how life is now, you stop listening. And when signals go unheard, they grow louder. If parts of this video felt familiar, that awareness matters. Not as a diagnosis, but as a moment of honesty with yourself. If this video put words to something you've been feeling, you're not alone, and you don't need to have everything figured out right. Now, start small. Pay attention to the signs you recognized most. That awareness alone is already a step toward change. If you're comfortable, share in the comments which sign stood out to you. Not for advice, just to be seen. Someone else may recognize themselves in your words. If this helped, consider liking the video or subscribing. The next video in this series will explore what to do after you notice these signs, how to respond without pushing yourself deeper into exhaustion.